Now a member of the January 6th Select Committee, Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff. Congressman, pretty chilling to hear that from Liz Cheney. Do you believe the witness tampering was coming at the direction of the former president? Is that the person?
Well, I don't know, but certainly we've seen a history of the former president trying to influence witnesses or intimidate them. You'll remember, I'm sure, Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch testifying during the Ukraine hearings, being the subject of an attack by the former president on Twitter in real time that she took as a threat. And prior to Rusty Bauer's testimony just last week, the president attacking that witness, the commutation of Roger Stone's sentence by Donald Trump. Roger Stone having been convicted of lying to Congress and trying to intimidate other witnesses into telling the truth to Congress. So there is a history here. We are very concerned about it, whether it's the former president or anyone else trying to influence or intimidate witnesses before our committee.
Some of the testimony today, Congressman, was jaw-dropping, just to be honest with you. And certainly, I, along with many others in this country, of all political persuasions, had that feeling. The question for you, though, is, do you believe that the new information you put forward today, because there was a lot of new information, but does it prove that Trump committed a crime?
Well, taking off my January 6th hat for a moment and putting on my hat as a former prosecutor, what really stands out to me about the testimony today is that testimony when Donald Trump was informed that people in the crowd were armed and dangerous, his response was, take the magnetometers down. These people don't pose a threat to me, that is to Donald Trump. Take the magnetometers down. I want them to march. I want them to march with me to the Capitol. If you had any question about whether the president knew these people were armed or that they were dangerous, I think it's pretty clear from that testimony today he knew what a threat they posed, and yet he was insistent on marching to the Capitol to the point of potentially getting an altercation with his own Secret Service about it. So that is, I think, some of the most relevant evidence as to the president's knowledge and his state of mind inciting that mob to attack the Capitol.
And one of the things she testified, you just referred to, and this is that she was told, she said, by Tony Ornato, who was then the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, that on January 6th, Trump was so enraged at his Secret Service detail for blocking him from going to the Capitol that he tried to grab the steering wheel and he lunged at the Secret Service agent in charge named Robert Engel, the man who was in the SUV with Trump at the steering wheel. He lunged at him. Now, Trump denies the story. You used the word potentially a moment ago when you referenced it. Have you been able to corroborate this jaw-dropping story with Ornato, with Engel, or anyone else who may have witnessed it firsthand?
I can't comment on other testimony before the committee, but I can say that we do want people to come forward with information they have. And here, because she is relating and doing so very openly, a conversation that others had that they told her about. We invite other witnesses that have knowledge about this to come forward, or witnesses that have come forward to come forward again if they have more information into this. What we have found is often bringing witnesses back, they tell a more complete version when we know more of the questions to ask. So we hope to learn more about this and other aspects of her testimony today.
Right. I mean, as you point out, being told that they were armed and saying take away the magnetometers and so that and then let's march on the Capitol. Incredibly damning. Do you have any concerns, though, Congressman, that the story, about him sort of lunging for the Secret Service agent and lunging for the steering wheel is not true?
Look, I believe Cassidy Hutchinson. I think she's a very, very smart, very capable, very honest individual. She has no incentive to make up something that isn't true. And so I think she's a very, very credible witness. She has been very consistent in pointing out things that she doesn't know.
Yes.
And as a former prosecutor, one of the things that I look for in a witness is, what are they telling me that they know? And are they willing to tell me they don't know things and to set out the limits of their knowledge? She has done that, I think, consistently, and that makes her very credible.
Right. Of course, I'm sure she's saying exactly what she has been told and believes to be true. I guess I'm wondering if you think that what she was told had been hyperbole or exaggerated in any way.
Well, all she can relate is what she knows and what she's heard.
Yeah.
And this is why, not just with respect to this, but with respect to any other element of her testimony, or frankly others, we want people to come forward and share what they know as well. You know, history will be very kind to the Cassidy Hutchinsons. Those that hide behind phony claims of privilege or hide because they feel they can get away with it, I think will be damned by history for their inactions while our democracy was threatened.
And of course, you know, history is being written via these hearings as we see all of this presented. Thank you so much, Congressman Schiff. I appreciate your time tonight.